Hello, Starship Crews. This is a work in progress video. This is the Chiss heavy cruiser. A few weeks ago, or almost a month ago, I put up a poll on YouTube asking what should we design together. Now this is a very raw, off-the-cuff video. I need to learn how to talk off the cuff if I'm ever going to do super chats. So this is how I do it. I apologize for my slow, sometimes I'm a little long-winded and take a while to talk, but that's okay. We'll see how it goes. This is put in Sketchfab. You can go to the link in the description and actually hold this ship and rotate it around if you like. And as far as the design itself, the final vote on Patreon pretty much corresponded with most of the comments. Basically, what I'm going for on this is optimized firing arcs. This is definitely a gun cruiser, as you can see. It's not a carrier. It's not really a, well, I guess it is kind of a heavy gun ship. But also keep in mind that we have never seen in canon a Chiss warship. So we're kind of in the dark about this. However, I would say it's been brought to my attention by one of my regular fans, Grand Admiral Thrawn, that there is a comic series out, or there's a comic version of the last Thrawn novel, and in that, at the end, there is a glimpse of a Chiss warship, and it looks kind of not unlike a regular Rendili Star Drive dreadnought, except it's much more curvy and alien looking. It doesn't look anything like an Imperial ship, or a Republic ship for that matter at all. However, in this case, this is much more angular than that idea of Chiss design. So, as I said before, what I was going for on this was firing arcs, which is the reason for this sort of tri-hull shape. The main guns are positioned on these pylons so that they can pretty much hit you from several different directions. So, for example, if we are the target and we're looking at this ship from this angle, you're going to get guns in your face from here, 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 here. And then, of course, all the minor guns here, 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 here. You're going to get a lot of guns in your face. From here, you're still going to get a lot of guns from your face. From here, 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 here. The heavy guns are going to hit you, at least most of them are, no matter what angle you're looking at this from. They're going to hit you. Which means this thing can move around, have maneuverability, and hit you from anywhere. The gun placement is probably even more optimized than what you would see on a Star Destroyer. It could probably out-firing arc any ship in the Empire, the Rebel fleets, or the Republic fleet. So that's what this ship is for. The Chiss are clever, right? So they like to have clever things going on for them. Now, in the recent community post, I asked who knows what kinds of weapons the Chiss Ascendancy uses. Well, the answer is something called masers, or Cherriks, which is what the Chiss Ascendancy calls them. A Cherrik is a hybrid between a projectile weapon and an energy weapon. So it's sort of a hybrid between a turbo laser and a projectile weapon, like a railgun. So instead of using gas, they actually use a physical bullet or shell. For that reason, I kind of made the guns look very much like naval guns. Maybe they could be railguns, but they look pretty much like guns you'd see on naval warships. That's what I was going for. Also, the other weapon that nobody seemed to answer the question about that they use is something called Connor nets. Connor nets are awesome, and they're going to be fired out of these warhead launchers right here. Connor nets, once fired, they spread out and they entangle mostly enemy fighters and smaller ships, and they use an energy pulse, an EMP pulse, to disable those ships. So their effect is something like ion cannons, except more effective against smaller ships. So they're an excellent defensive weapon against, swarms of smaller ships. They probably won't be good long-range weapons, But defensively, if fighters come in and attack this thing, they're going to get counter nets in their face out of these turrets here. It'll be here, 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 and then here, 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 here. Okay, so now what's missing? Obviously what's missing is point defense turrets, which we will be putting along the ledges here to protect these cannons. So they'll go here along these ledges, and certainly along the backs to protect thrusters. So touching on that, here's the thrusters. I did put a rudder or shutter system on these thrusters. Unfortunately, Sketchfab isn't really rendering these very well, but there will be a shutter system here that I'm not sure I'm sold on the look of these thrusters. Obviously this will be glowy, and the shutters can rotate so that they can steer the ship, but it might look better in these sort of thruster slots just to put round thrusters, like a row of round thrusters here and here. Your opinion on that will be much appreciated. Now how about protection? Haven't decided if this is going to be a heavily armored ship, but I have decided that it will be a heavily shielded ship. These round Taurus things are going to be shield generators, and as you can see there's several of them. I'll probably put a few more up here on the forward section, but round section here, the idea is that they're protecting and overlapping and providing shielding so that when bombers or strike fighters, obviously they're going to target these big turrets here. When that happens, they're going to have to deal with 2 layers of shielding, and they're going to be overlapping each other as well. So that's the idea behind the shielding. And just a couple of other notes. I put some greebling in here. I'll probably put some more back here. Probably I'll put several windows off in here. We might say that's crew quarters. There'll be some windows here. The bridge is probably not going to be obvious. It'll probably be embedded. And the other thing I'd like to get y'all's opinion about is you can see through here, you can see a gap. I am not sure if I want to keep that gap or fill that in. I think the gap looks kind of interesting. It sort of shows that this, shows the structure of this ship. There's going to be a lot more detail put in. The creation of models for me doesn't take too long. What really takes long for me is texturing. I'll probably make it a cobalt blue. I'll probably make the thrusters red. So that sort of is going to allude to the red eyes of a Chiss and the blue skin of a Chiss. So that's going to match that. So this is it. It will take me a while to finish. The biggest part is ahead, but I'll probably have it out within a few weeks, if not sooner. We'll have a full video animating it, showing it firing, showing everything it can do. Until then, I will be putting out a few smaller videos, and so stay tuned for all that. Remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you will be notified when it comes out. And consider going to patreon.com/resurrected, because it does take a long time for me to do this stuff. Anyway, that's all I have right now, Starship Crews. Please comment. Oh, one other thing. I will be putting a poll out to name this ship. I haven't figured out what to name it. One option would be to call it the Ascendancy class, because it is from the Chiss Ascendancy. Another option would be to call, I don't know, put maybe I don't know. I'll put up a poll so that you guys can figure out what that's going to be. Alright, Starship Crews, until next time, I'll see you later.